Hello friend, welcome to HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com and the Cover Song Mixing Challenge. My name's David Vignola. This is going to be a lot of fun, a ton of fun. We are going to be mixing a faithfully reproduced cover of the hit song Hold the Line by Toto, done by no other than Brandon Van Allen, who is an amazing singer, songwriter, musician, and producer. Did a wonderful job covering this song by Toto, and we are going to mix it all together here in this training course. So what's included in the Cover Song Mixing Challenge training course, you ask? That's a great question. You have a few things that are included. First, you're going to get all the audio files, so you can mix along, start to finish, along with me. You're not only going to get one, but you're going to get two full training courses on how I mix this song. One completely in the box using only plugins, and one when we're doing it on the console with hardware and a console. So you're going to get to see two complete mixes from start to finish. You're going to get to see a ton of different workflow tips. I took two very different approaches to how I mix the song to give you a lot of options, a lot of teachable moments, and a lot of cool workflow tips that you can build into your own workflow. So that's what you get when you purchase the course. You are also, as someone who purchased the course, automatically eligible to enter your mix into our Cover Song Mixing Challenge, where we have thousands of dollars worth of prizes, hardware, and software that we're giving away. All the information will be below. There will be 3 prize winners. Check that out below. As part of you purchasing this course, you will be eligible to send your mix in for a chance to win. Now, the only catch is this course only is for sale from November 1st through November 7th, 2023. After November 7th, you won't be able to buy the course. It'll no longer be for sale, but you will own it forever. So even if after the 7th, you want to work on it later down the road, you will always have access to the course. You can download it to your computer, but it will not be for sale after November 7th. And then last but not least, in order to submit your mix into the Mixing Challenge to win the prizes, you have to do that no later than December 1st, 2023. Again, all the information is below this video. Scroll down, check out all the prize packs, check out all the information out, and then click that Buy It Now button and get your copy of the Cover Song Mixing Challenge today. And I look forward to hearing all of your mixes. Thanks so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the course. Okay, that's going to be too dark in the mix, I feel like. So let's... That sounds a little more like it. Cool, but now what if we wanted to do instead of that? What if we wanted to use the DI track? We could just leave it like that, right? No, we can't do that. Okay. What if we were to use a plugin? Okay, that's what we're doing. And then we're blending it in. So when we blend it all in with just the drums here, here's just the drums without it. Then I'll blend it in. Okay, now when you bring the whole band in, it just gives it that little bit of extra. So here we go. Okay, so just to give it a little bit of extra there. So that's kind of what I did there. So that's the only thing that I really changed. Snares, same thing. On the kicks, we're doing about 2-3 dB of compression. The snares, we're doing a little bit more. Snare top, snare sample. I'll solo those. I'll do the same thing, bring you over to the compressor so you can see it. Here we go. So people ask me all the time, why do you have 4 DBX168 compressors? For this reason, I use them on kick and snare all the time. I love them. You can get the plugins. DBX160 plugins are very similar to those. I love what they don't sound over compressed. They just had a lot of snap, a lot of sustain to both the kick and the snare. In Studio One here, you'll see that we have a bass amp and a bass DI track. And just like what we did in the box, on the bass DI, I'm using just a standard PreSonus EQ, and I'm rolling everything above, or cutting everything above 200 Hertz. And I like to do that on my bass DI tracks because the bass DI is typically very clean, and where I want to get a nice, clean, fat, warm low end, all the low end of the bass. I like to use the bass DI for that. So I just roll off everything above 200, cut it all out. I could even probably cut it at a higher shelf here. Usually I'll cut it something like... Oh, that's good. Okay, there we go. Oh, no, wrong one. What am I doing here? Here we go. It's a 12 dB, like 24 dB per octave. Get rid of all that stuff. And then on the bass amp track, I'm using the Devil Lock by Sound Toys, just to add a little bit of grit. Okay, so when you listen to just the bass DI, here's the bass DI on its own. That real low end. Here's the amp track along with it, which gives you all the top end grit. Okay. And there's some string noise and stuff in there. You probably want to go in there and clean up as well now that I'm listening back. And also on the EQ for the bass here, look over here at this camera, on the bass DI track, adding a little bit of 100 into that bass DI, just give it a little bit more low end. On the distortion track, I'm adding a little bit, about 3 dB at around 6K, and I'm adding a little bit in at around 2K, about 3 dB again, to give it that upper frequency there. And so when you blend these into the track, maybe I'll just do bass and drums just so you could hear it. So here's the bass and the drums, and then I'll take away the amp track so you can hear how the amp, the second track with all that distortion, kind of helps cut through. Okay, pretty straightforward. So here's the parallel track on its own. It's not in the way you say you care. It's not in the way you've been treating my friends. It's not in the way that you'll stay. So you can hear it's very over compressed. I'm using that on the LA2. I can't get a camera down there. Let me tell you how much compression we're doing. Stay till the end. It's not in the way you look, all the things that you say that you do. About 7 dB of compression on that LA2A, and we're just blending it in. So we're just blending it in. It gives the whole vocal a little bit more power. So let me play the whole mix without the parallel track, and then I'll bring it in so you can hear it. Here we go. Hold the line. Love is enough. It's not in the way that you hold me. It's not in the way you say you care. It's not in the way you've been treating my friends. It's not in the way that you'll stay till the end. So it pulls that vocal forward, gets it nice and big and round, and just sits right out in front of you. That's what I'm doing with parallel compression.